Thank you, Tata Steel and organizers, for giving me this opportunity to speak to you about what we have been hearing from the talk number one from Dr. Chatterjee, followed by Prasad Saab and others who said that why fly ash and steel slag, they have not been used in agriculture. What is the shortcoming? Why, where we are, slide आप ही move करना, slide आप ही move करना. So, I am here to talk to you of our new initiative, that is value addition of steel slag and its utilization in agriculture. Specifically, I mentioned value addition because we know, the plants needs nutrients and water for uptake. And slag doesn't have all the nutrients that the plant requires. Plant requires about 16 nutrients. And we have about 8 to 9 nutrients in that. So can we enrich, transform the slag into a value-added product for its utilization in agriculture? So that was the theme. I'll be skipping on some of the slides, but the presentation will be with you guys. Next one. So, these are the challenges. We have the deficiency there. The lower you can see how the deficiencies are increasing in our soil. More than 41%, 49% of the soils are sulfur deficient, 11% are iron deficient, zinc deficiency, boron deficiency, molybdenum deficiency, you name it and we have it. And on the other hand, government wants to cut down the cost of, use of fertilizer, cut down the fertilizer use. On the other hand, I have also mentioned in the morning, Dr. Chatterjee talked about, the slag has a high pH. And how the pH affects the availability of the nutrient, that also I have mentioned. That is why I am saying it will not be, very fair for us just to take the raw slag and use it in agriculture without understanding how the slag will impact the availability of the nutrients in the soil. Next one. And how it will be affecting the content availability, uptake kinetics, rooting characteristics, translocation, retranslocation, utilization efficiency, rhizospheric modifications. What are the changes that are taking place in the root zone? Because we will be always, when we feel, the heat, we sweat. So plants also sweat, and they sweat also through the roots, and those are root exudates. And those help in mobilization of the nutrients. So what is happening to those kind of changes? That also we measure, and ultimately, somebody talked about the heavy metals, some of the toxic metals. We are, on one hand, we want our grains, our economic produce to be rich in the nutrients. We want it to be biofortified. But on the other hand, we want it to accumulate more of the toxic heavy metals. Next one. Next one. Next one. This is what the changes in the root zone, how they will be impacting the availability of the other nutrients, what are the interactions that are taking place between A nutrient and B nutrient. This is a pictorial how the release will help the phytosidrophores or the other root exudates. Next one. Or the bacterial sidrophore. We should not forget the biological attributes or the biological activity. This just I showcase that how the biological activity can help in iron uptake. Next one. So this is already we have spoken about it. Everyone has talked about the nutritional characteristics of the steel slag. We thought of utilizing and exploiting it. Next one. We want, somebody said that it can be used as a soil conditioner. We want it to be used on degraded soil. It has a very high pH. Why not to use it on degraded soils or acidic soils wherein we have almost 8% of the total geographical area or the cultivable soils. Of 49 million hectare is acidic, which varies from ultra-acidic to slightly acidic. We have degraded soils which are degraded to an extent that reclaiming them will not be beneficial. So how we can do that? Next one. While it can be used as a liming alternative, And when we are using liming, Dr. Prasad talked about the quantities that can be used. Now I'll just give you an idea. Suppose the pH of the soil is 5.8 and you want it to be 6. You need 4.8 tons of liming material, or in other words, if you equate liming material with steel slag, because it is also rich in calcium oxide, so it will be coming to about 4.8 tons per acre, which can go up to 12.4 tons if the pH of the soil is 4.8 and you want to correct it to 6.8. So that is the quantum of the material that you will be utilized if you want to correct or utilize slag as a liming alternative. Next one. So just a gross estimate that we made, that a volume of 100 million tons of liming material, or Indian rupees 300 billion value or worth, is our steel slag, and just indicated the best of the properties that our steel slag has, the nutrient it has. Next one. How the particles can affect also, when you talk about agriculture, we have variable types of soil. We have sandy soil, we have silt soil, we have silt-lay soil. You cannot advocate the one dose for all types of soil. So depending upon the pH, depending upon the type of soil, to reclaim, is it from me? Okay. So to reclaim, you need varied amounts which you need to add. So that is where when Dr. Prasad talked about IARI is doing work on this direction, definitely we are taking care of all these finer points. Next one. Also, we have complexities of agriculture. We are practicing varied forms of agriculture, organic agriculture, natural agriculture. Somewhere we are going for regen furrow, somewhere we are going for different types we are advocating. So how we need to adjust ourselves? There are other sources of nutrients that are available, other waste materials that are available from sugar industry. Press mud is there, spent wash is there, they are rich in potassium, whereas our slag is not having potassium. Cannot we supplement those materials and improve the value of our slag? So idea was to bio-amend the slag to develop eco-friendly products, and the issue that we need to take care is the chromium. Chromium values are little higher in the slag, and we need to take care of the chromium and also chromium 6, which is biotoxic. Not in the slag, but in the ultimate product that we are adding to the soil. We need to also study the phytotoxicity and short and long-term effects on soil health and soil environment. When I am saying soil health, it is the soil biological health that is more important. And everyone is talking about GHG emission. We cannot escape the measurement of GHG emission, which need to be cut, need to be lower. Thank you. Next one. Previous. So this is an initiative where in the JSW, the SAIL and Tata Steel, along with Ministry of Steel, we came together to study the effect of LD slag and how to develop value-added products and study their effect on soil health, acid soil reclamation, the products as plant nutrients, short-term and long-term implications of those. Next one. And we are trying different strategies for reducing the chromium, be it immobilization, be it a chelation strategy, be it a bacterial removal, microbial strategy, or be it a chemical strategy. This just shows you with varying concentration from T2 to T5, how we are able to remove. But the issue which we face, as some of my colleagues from Tata Steel also showcased, that when we are removing chromium, not only chromium, but some of the other essential elements also get removed. So therein we cannot have a generic use of this particular chemical amendment. We need something which can specifically remove or chromium. Next one. This is again some of the strategies which we tried with 3 types of, and also the bacterial strategy. Next one. We have identified different bacteria which will work on removal. Now again, we have the bacteria, we have the fungi which can remove chromium, Now how to use it is the challenge. Whether we should use it as a beads or we should use it as a biobed, how do we use? Because it is not a liquid, wherein, removal of chromium from liquid is very, very easy, but it is a slag which is a solid matrix. Now how do we use that? Next one. This is, we developed some of the products using carbon and nitrogen source and bacterial consortia. And this is altogether a 25 days, next one please. This is a 25 days process wherein we have the enrichment of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and sulfur into the steel slag using different organic sources of materials. And there we have the products, next one. And also additionally we have used the biome, the soils from different tree species. And this is just tells you when we are treating the slag with the biome from different tree species, how the pH of that or EC of the slag matrix, it gets reduced. The one of this is we cannot apply a slag which is having a pH of 11 to any type of soil. We want it to be near neutral pH. We cannot apply. So this is a biome strategy that we are trying. We have made several products based on this also. Next one. So in all, there are several of the acid diluents that we are trying, which are a source of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. And these are being tried at 8 centers across India. Be it north, east, south, west, we have it all, and almost all the crops, including the medicinal crops that we are trying. Next one. All together we have about 23 organically amended products that we are trying. We are studying not only the physico-chemical properties and the biological properties of those, but also studying their impact on different crops. Next one. This is another thing very important. We are also checking the heavy metal. That is one of the key. I have removed specifically in the morning when I gave them the slide, looking at the time constraint, I removed some of the nutrient slides, nutritional slides. Okay, a slag is there. It will give the nutrients. But what about the anti-nutritional attributes? Those need to be checked. So I have included. So this is the permissibility limit for soil, food, water and EU standard and Indian standard. What we need to, our products, they are meeting the FCO guidelines, wherein the chromium levels need to be kept below 150 ppm. Next one. These are some of the products. This is the permissible limits, and you can see that chromium in many of our products are 116, 111, 110, 151, 151, 181, 122. This is, the chromium levels are lower than 100. We can go further down. See, from 700, this is the 760 ppm in sale slag and 694 ppm in Tata slag. We have come down to 150, near less than 150 in many of the products. We are trying to reduce it further. Next one. This again with all the other 12 products which we developed from biome. So total 23 products I am mentioning. Next one. This is again the total microbial counts. Whatever products we use, the biological activity of those products is not compromised. They are having more than log 8 values. Next one. This is of course the experiment which we did with 1 and 1.5 ton of the product application in wheat. Next one. This is again field performance. Next. Okay, so this is the details of the products that we have developed and which we used for studying the growth and nutritional characteristics. Now here the beautiful thing is, this particular table is important to me because therein, I told you we have amended nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus and sulfur. The farmers essentially they will apply NPK. So can we, if I am making him apply my product, where is the saving for him? So we are, wherever we have applied in this one, we are only applying N and K. Here we are applying only nitrogen in all the lower products. Why nitrogen? Because P and K I have already enriched in my steel slag product. So I am trying to supplement the P and K through our steel slag value added product, thereby giving a saving to the farmer that you don't have to apply P and K, you apply only N, and in addition to that your nitrogen, you apply our product and see what is the value. And also we are trying 80%, not the 100% recommended dose of fertilizer. If dose of fertilizer is 120 kg of nitrogen, 60 kg of phosphorus per hectare or 60 kg of K per hectare, we are telling him not to use 100%, use 80%. So we need to give them some kind of benefit, some kind of incentive. Otherwise, why we should use our product? Next one. So this is the grading that we do for the performance of different products under different 1 and 1.5. Next, this is also shelf life study that we are doing. So how stable is our, shelf stable is our product? That also we have done it for 5 months. In addition, we are making some of the products using the silica. Everyone talked about 13% of the silica that it has. We are specially designing some of the projects using our silica solubilizing bacteria, which we have identified from paddy and sugarcane. And incidentally, sugarcane uses about 700 ppm of 700, next one please. 700 kg of silica per hectare is the annual requirement. So that kind of silica requirement is there. So these are the products that we have developed, and almost 10 products. These have been tried in Indian Institute of Sugarcane Research, Lucknow. Next. This is additionally, people talked about degraded or mined. We came across several literature, a few of one, in fact, in PLOS in 2021-22, wherein they said that it is also, it can immobilize heavy metals. We are trying that strategy also with arsenic polluted water, cadmium polluted soils, lead polluted soils. So those are being tried, and this is the response you can see. This is being done in Wellington station, and this is again the same thing which I told you. If I am having minus K, minus P, I am having 53 grams maximum yield. 53. If I want to omit potassium, I should use product 8. If I want to omit phosphorus, I should use product 7. If I want to omit, if the farmer doesn't want to apply phosphorus and potassium both, then he should use product 4. So what I'm trying to say is that we do have a large number of products to look at. I was here, in fact, on September 16th, wherein Tata Steel, they launched another of their products, the Dhurvi Gold. It is also another product made from, the slag. It is a sulfur-enriched product. And we want the steel industry, all the companies that are associated with us and others, to improve their utilization of steel slag in agriculture. This is the overall strategy that we are trying. Next one. Next. So this is, we are taking all the stakeholders into our, confidence, whether it is development of the product. They have witnessed all, they have seen this different on-farm experiments, and we have showcased everything. We believe that this transformed slag will be a commercially viable, innovative, eco-friendly green technology, which will benefit not only the steel industry but also the agriculture industry. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an exciting lecture. So I would request Dr. Sanjay to please hand over the token of appreciation.
कोई सवाल है तो मैं अभी वही बोल रहा था, जब समय कम हो तो सवाल नहीं पूछे जाते. बताइए प्लीज.
Some attention to lead and arsenic. Those are also out of range. So
No. Our products, whatever we have made, they have. That's why I showed. I essentially pointed to chromium and vanadium because these are the two elements that are higher in steel slag. Rest of the items, rest of the heavy metals, I have not. I showed you one. I pointed one, but that slide has all. We have done arsenic also, we have done lead, cadmium, nickel, everything is done.
No, other things are okay, but lead and arsenic.
आर्सेनिक सर है नहीं इसमें, आर्सेनिक नहीं, हमें नहीं बिल्कुल भी मिला. मैंने JSW भी देखा है और टाटा स्लैग भी देखा है और आपका सेल का भी देखा है, तीनों में आर्सेनिक
I
नहीं
will not
मिला.
counter, but definitely we did some 3-4 years work with Agriculture University there in Ranchi. So there was something, but we'll discuss offline. No problem. Thanks. Sorry.
It's not in the slag, not in the slag. This is all done 4 times, sir. We have done it with AAS, we have done with ICPOES, we have done it with XRF also.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you so much, sir. I thank all the speakers for delivering such engrossing lectures and audience for being so attentive. With this, we come to an end to this session. I now invite everyone for the sumptuous lunch. We will meet after half an hour. Thank you.